So I would argue that you don't have middle leg drag. Can I get you guys to come down here so everyone can see? I'm gonna make an example out of you. Go to the same position.
His white belt showing.
Okay, so because his hips are facing you, you don't really have a leg drag. Right? Like in other words, his leg is not dragged past the side of your body. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, you notice that there's really nothing that's controlling his legs right now. Can I switch places for a second? So what a leg drag should ideally look like is even if his knee is all the way in my way, it's I'm controlling that. Right? So now him having his hands on my biceps now, you notice I don't really care because now I can disconnect and pummel through. So remember that example earlier where when Aaron tried to pummel me, he had to pull his shoulders away, and therefore that didn't help him in that context. In this context, because I don't actually have a leg drag, when his hands are on my biceps, if I pull away, I give him the space to recompose his guard. If I get my knee up and I actually establish a leg drag position, now this double bicep thing doesn't work so great because I can disconnect my chest because I control his hips with my leg. Right? So the operative control in a leg drag is actually the bottom leg. It's not this leg. I do need to beat this leg eventually. But if I don't do that, and I just beat this, he can move his leg over, he can put his foot on, there's a bunch of stuff he can do. So it's less important that I beat this leg than it is that I beat that leg.
And it kind of takes the biceps out of the equation.
Completely. Yeah, completely. Yes.
Are you using your leg and driving his leg up?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not putting your knee there.
Well, it is my knee that's doing it, right? Like sorry, like it's the top of my shin that's doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So like, can I word? She's just going back. Okay. So everyone here's done a Toriendo, right? Like you know what I'm talking about. Toriendo generally looks kind of something like this, right? Okay, but just keep your knee almost connected. How many of you Toriendo then kind of like ended up on frames, right? Like that's a fairly common problem, right? So that's what a Toriendo can look like if you're more focused on controlling the other leg. If I'm trying to beat this leg and you're just always facing me, some people do Toriendo hand on the hips, some people do it on the legs, they're both good. But now it's like, oh, man, versus whatever. Right? This is why you can, when we're having a battle that you don't know we're having, that's when you clown people. It doesn't mean that they suck at jiu-jitsu necessarily. It just means that they just didn't know that battle existed, so they didn't know to have it. Right? So like my job, I view my job as being, I want to know how to have every fucking battle there is. I might not win it, right? Like there are battles that I'm going to have with Kai Otera that I'm just going to lose because he's better than me at jiu-jitsu. But I know that the battle exists, and I know that I have to have it. So, like, I might lose the battle, but I won't get clowned. I won't just be like, I don't know what's going on here. Why is he on my back right now? Right? Like, those of you that, like, when the rolling back attack first came out, and people didn't know what it was, and you would just do a rolling back attack on someone and be on their back, and they're like, what the fuck just Berimbolo first came out, same shit. You know, Dan and her leg stuff first came out. What's going on? Oh crap, I'm in a leg lock. If you don't know the battle exists, and again, we're talking about people who've been doing jiu-jitsu for 10, 20 years, but they don't know that part of it, so they don't know that they need to have a battle. So by the time they start fighting you, 10 things have already happened. You don't win a battle when you've lost the first, or you don't win a war when you've lost the first 10 battles usually. You get what I'm saying? So that's all like in the Toriendo, if you think we're having a battle over your bottom leg, or your close leg, you'll battle me there, and we might have a battle. But if my battle is with your other leg, and you don't know that that's what I'm doing, how the fuck are you going to win that battle? That's all. So like, if you've got shit like that for like most battles, which I kind of do, there are exchanges I can have with really good people that can seem like they don't know what they're doing. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. They just don't know that battle is happening. And once you lose that battle, now it's easy to lose the next one and the next one and the next one. Does that make sense? So that's an example of like with the leg drag, the battle isn't there, it's over there. And if you win that part, the rest of the battle is easy for you to win. Does that make sense now? Yeah? Any other questions, guys? Okay, I know Andy wants us to take a picture so we can get to rolling so that she can get home. Let's take a photo and then I will roll with people and yeah.